Hello and welcome back to Sky Factory 4. I have done a bunch of cycles. I'm not actually sure how many. Let me see. How many points do I have? I have 5. So I've done 5 time loops. Uh, ooh, Prestige GUI forcibly displayed by Gal. I don't remember seeing that come up before. Anyway, so I've done 5 time loops. I have basically slowly built up the amount of fuel I have, as well as all of the you know, bits and bobs that come out. Uh, as well as, of course, I've been breaking down the reactors at the end of each loop, so I have built a bigger reactor. So this one uses a few of the redstone coolers in it as well, since the lapis ones don't work on the interior, since they need to touch a casing. And I have thrown some the TBU fuel in here, which is the thorium-based stuff, since I kind of was duplicating all the ores and that sort of thing as well. And also, more importantly, we're going to pop up here. And then these guys have all been upgraded to 256 so far. Basically, these 3 are the only ones that have anything in them. The rest of them are currently empty. We're actually going to take advantage of that fact right now. I'm going to grab these 6 out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and do this. Boop. We're going to grab these out. Huh. Those are doing it slightly different. Because I have basically been grabbing the uh, the cells every time, and I made this I/O port so that I can take the stuff from the cells that I bring and import it back into the system, so it goes in here. So these numbers keep going up, except that the number of item types stay the same because it's still all the same items. So that's fun. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We need to upgrade these guys. So what was the next one up? Was it like 10 something? Let's see. 1024? Storage cell. Yeah, there we go. This is going to be the one. You require that, which requires those, so we should be able to do that. If I put you in here, I've got 2. And what we can do is just keep 2 of those, put these guys there, and go like so. Bam, bam. I have 2 of the next size up. And what I'll do is I'll put these down at the bottom here. They don't have anything in them yet, obviously, but this basically means the next time there's a time loop, I'll be able to get 2 more of them, which will give me enough to have 3 to theoretically upgrade to the next tier. So that is going to be fun. And that's basically what I've been doing. And since I'm at the moment just duplicating the same items that are already in the system, I'm only going to continue using the 3 unless I run out of actual item space. So that's why increasing the item space on this is actually useful for once. But anyway, what else do we got to do? Well, this guy I keep filling. This does not currently with running these 2 reactors is not enough to get a second point out of this. So hopefully, with the 3rd reactor in the mix, I might be able to do that. Not sure, but you know, we'll find out. Anyway, so I've been doing that. That is basically what I've done in between episodes. Oh, and of course, I've been grabbing these guys and doing stuff with that. We'll pop up here. And let's actually go alright, at nuke. There we are. Alright, so let's put you guys in. And we will do that. Bam. We will put you guys in. And do that. Bam. Put these guys in. Do the same thing again. Bam. And then we got these little guys. Tiny clump of plutonium-239. What do you look like? You look like that one. Yeah, 239. Because there wasn't quite enough to do a full thing there, so bam. There we go. And then we've got this one apparently as well. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And we got these little guys. Let's go ahead and build those up. That's some of the thorium. What else do we got? Anything? Nope, that looks to be all the little ones are now below 9. Alright, so we got that. We can basically continue to use these reactors to breed fuel effectively. Um, I'll show you this real quick. So I've got this. Basically, when this runs, it is still at negative 6,000. So there is no chance of this thing heating up. So that's going to be fun. It's producing 3,000 RF per tick at the moment, but that's on like this low little fuel. So, it's still way more than that, but that's just because of the size. There's a bunch of cells in here. Anyway, what should we be moving on to now? Let's take a quick look. So, theoretically possible to get into some of this. You want a max size reactor. Well, I just barely got the 5x5x5 done, but we can theoretically do this. It's just going to take a few loops of disassembling things. That's a lot of power. I don't think I'm getting quite that far. Oh, that's the fusion anyway, whereas I'm currently running on fission. That's max size fusion reactor. Produces at least 25,000 RF per tick. Okay. That might be done with that. We'll find out. Or maybe one of the better fuels. Spontacular. Sugar and clocks upgrade a spawner to have 0 delay. Oh no. I'm not bothering with that. I'm not going through all the resource hogs. Matter overdrive fusion reactor. Yeah, that's the problem. There's no singularities, so I can't. Um, Gotta mod them all. No. Bacon singularity. Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? The zip disk will probably get to naturally. The fluid cells are not. Maybe not. Maybe not so much. I don't know. Gas storage, fluid storage. We could probably do those relatively easily. Just doing the same thing with the time loops. Of course, there's the better paradox. Can be fed higher tier items for 3 points per loop, huh? The bonus speed comes from items instead of power. Okay, yeah, we still can't do that. Let's take a look and see what we could unlock with the prestige points. We have 5. The Flux Networks. That would be useful. That right now seems to be the most useful thing. Oh, 100 prestige points, holy heck. Jetpacks, mildly useful. Megatorch, again, mildly useful. Open computers. Twilight Forest and the Void World. I could actually do that. Mob grinding utilities. That's the early game grind. I'd worry about that if I were gonna do another, you know, playthrough. Maybe on one of the other things. Maybe I'll do that on Twitch. Who knows? I do have a Twitch channel. I just tend to focus way more on the YouTube because the times I have to record are not necessarily good times to stream. Let's see. I don't want that. Blue slime dirt. Don't care about that. Portal gun. You know what? Let's do Flux. There we go. We got the Flux Networks thing. I might get the Tinker's Construct smelter at some point, but hey, Flux Networks. Awesome. So now I can theoretically not have to have all of this weird wiring. I could just dump everything into there. Oh man, I can remove a whole bunch of the wiring. This will make things much easier if I can actually get this thing going. Let's go ahead and get this built. So let's see. We want, instead of at Nuke, we want at Flux. Hey, here we go. Alright, so we're going to need a Flux controller, which requires Flux and a Flux core, which requires an Eye of Ender and Flux. You can just smelt redstone now. Okay, so we're going to smelt some redstone. Maybe not that much, but you know what? That much. Fine. Whatever. Doodly doo doo doo. Let's get some of this smelting. Here we go. There we are. Flux. Beautiful. Alright, let's get an Eye of Ender. Doodly doo doo doo. Actually, we probably need a couple. I do not need that many, though. Let's get like 4? Alright, where's the Ender Pearls? I've been having some over here that I keep forgetting to grab in between cycles. I remembered sometimes, but not often. Alright, so we got some Eyes of Ender. I have these blocks on me. Get out of my inventory. Alright. So let's see here. What are we doing now? You're still doing that. This guy's still a little slow. This guy's still a little slow. Alright. How are we doing here? You're good, you're good. Okay. Yeah, that ends up draining awful fast when I'm running the Parabox. Gotta be said. The Parabox running still definitely requires monitoring, which is why I haven't gone ahead and ended the series yet, is because, well, I suppose once that's automated enough that I can leave it overnight, that I'll definitely consider done, even if I've not completed other achievements and such. Because at that point, it's just like, whatever. I mean, I can let this run for 8 hours. I don't know that I'll ever get to that point, because it bumps up the cost every 10 minutes, but who knows? Especially now that Flux Networks is unlocked. Unlimited energy transfer from wherever. So I could theoretically build, like, a whole bank of these energy cubes. The ultimate energy cubes, let them fill up. Or maybe, since Mechanism's in here, I wonder. There might be the... Yeah, there's the, like... Yeah, the Energized Induction Matrix multi-block, which is basically a multi-block, energy storage thing. So I could probably build, like, a gigantic one of those, mostly by exploiting the time loops, and basically just store enough energy for it to run overnight, theoretically. Anyway, we're doing Flux Network stuff. I needed to go grab the Flux. I was talking, I got distracted. Isn't that just like, a description of YouTubers in general? I was talking and got distracted. Alright, so we've got a stack of Flux. I've got another stack cooking. Let's see what we need. Alright, so we need a controller to start, which means we need some Flux cores. Bam. Let's go ahead and get all the Flux cores we can. Helps if I put this in there too. Alright, because we're going to need a bunch of those. Alright, so we're going to need a Flux controller. Flux blocks. Oh my. Okay, we're going to need a lot more Flux cores than this, because that's not even enough for a controller. Yeah, I still need one more. Do I have the stuff in here for this? Yes. That is a thing. Flux cores. Then I need another block. That'll be good for that. Blammo. Got a Flux controller. Alright, it manages energy. I only ever really need one of those unless I'm deciding to do something weird and make multiple networks. Alright, so what is the biggest Flux storage? Yeah, that requires a bunch of those, which requires a bunch of those, which requires... Oh no, I need more Flux blocks. Alright. Well, let's make the Flux blocks we can, which is 1. Although I will say, this is... Oh, that was because of a lack of Flux, though, not because of a lack of Flux cores. I'll be able to get a second one when I come down here and grab more Flux. Which this stack's almost done. We can wait the, extra few moments to get the last couple of those and get more going. Bam. There we go. And now what I'll be able to do is also abuse the time loops to get some of this stuff going too. Alright, let's get flux block. Alright. What else do we need? We're going to need at least one plug and at least one point. I can never remember which is which. Just adding energy to the flux network. So this goes on generators. Oh, that requires a flux block as well, of course. This one requires block of redstone, and this is for basically powering machines. Okay. Wow, we need a lot of these things. Alright, let's get a few more. See where we can get. Alright, let's see. We're still trying to get this one, the basic storage. Yeah, that's like all of that. Okay, so I need some glass panes, and we will have the storage. Glass. I know I have some glass panes sitting around. There we go. 2 glass panes. I knew I had some sitting around somewhere. I really should add a bunch of this stuff into the system, but maybe once I'm full up on the largest size disk. That way I don't screw up my pattern. Alright, basic flux storage. Bam, got that too. And this is a thing we can use more of because the basics are used to make the Herculean, and the Herculean are used to, make the Gargantuan. And having more energy storage in there is still a good thing. Alright, so we got that. Now we need some plugs and some points. At least one of each. And I will be able to say that, that is the basics of this. Alright, let's do 4 more of you. Alright, I need more of you first. And now we need 1 of you, which we're running out of flux again. There's a plug. There's a point. Alright, there we go. That is the bare minimum you need for a network. Pretty awesome. Alright, so we're gonna leave this in here for the time being. We're gonna do that. We're gonna leave that there. You guys are still good. Alright, good, good, good. Let's go check on our flux. Do. You're ready? We'll get more going, because we're basically out of flux again. And now, basically, what we're going to be able to do here is... Actually, you know what? Let's get the controller out of there, because I don't need more than one controller. Bam, controller. This will allow us to actually set up the network and stuff, too. Where do we want this? It can go anywhere. It's wireless. So let's put it like here. Bam. Alright, please select the network. No of it. Create new network. Alright, where's my create network? Create new network. Valgav's network, that's fine. I mean, it's set to... Let's just set it to public, because it's not like anybody else is going to be on here. Conversion true. Energy type forge energy. Tesla. Redstone flux. RF. That lets us recognize better. Alright. Let's see. Let's just go like... what is it? 256? 0... 0. Alright, it's not 256. What is the... Yeah, no, 128? Yeah, there we go. Alright, nice solid blue. Valgav's network. Create. Bam. Alright, you are going to be that network. Here we go. Name flux controller, that's fine. Transfer limit. No transfer limit. Enable limit false. Wireless charging is currently disabled. I can turn that on and off. Configure wireless charging. Oh, wow, okay. Alright, so all that is currently on the network is the flux controller. But that is fine. Alright. We are currently set up in a way where we don't actually need the network, but I will be able to modify that on the go. Of course, once I start duplicating these guys. And I do want to include the basic flux storage in that duplication process, because I would like to upgrade to the bigger storages. So I think once I do a single loop, I can get the rest of the network set up. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it going. That way I have one in there to be duplicated each time. Actually, I would be able to just pick up the one in the world. I have to remember to pick up the one in the world, though. Extra things to remember don't always go well. I really should also replace the rest of this wiring. How are you doing? Hey, we got more flux. Alright. I don't know how much flux I'm going to need, but I know how much I'm going to make. No, I don't actually know how much I'm going to make. But we're going to put that in there. We'll call that good. We'll put the rest of that away. You guys can go in there too and be duplicated more, which is good because that means I don't have to actually physically make more. Because the bit with the bucket of destabilized redstone was actually annoying. Alright, so do we want to start building a bigger reactor? Well, the answer to that is going to be yes, but for the moment, I'm not too worried about it. Alright, let's see. What else can we do? I mean, I don't want to just sit here and do time loops and stuff on screen, because that's going to take 10 minutes, and I have less than 10 minutes left in the episode. So that's not an option. You are doing that stuff, that's fine. What do we got going on here? Yeah, I had stuck some of this stuff down here. I had been copying it, and then I also have been not copying it. So, there's that. Uranium. Yeah, I got a lot of the ores. I actually have quite a bit of the lithium. I've been actually taking the lithium and sticking it in the AE system. What else can we do? What can we do in like 5 minutes? Because by the time I figure it out, I might only have that much time left. Let's see. I mean, I'd hate to make the episode this short, but that might end up being what I gotta do, because we're basically at a point where, once again, we need to do some time loops, not necessarily for the prestige points it'll get us, although that'll be good, but instead for the item duplication possibilities. And, of course, it'll give us an excuse to run our reactors to get more, better fuel components, work our way up there, because I would really like to start making the RTGs. Once I have one, I can parabox duplicate them. And that will really end up, getting things going. Free power forever? Yes, please. And now that we're getting the Flux Networks going, that's going to be even better. So you know what? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Let me look at this guy. Actually, let's turn that guy on, let him run a little bit. I mean, look at how quickly this is going up. This is just going to be stored energy. That's fine. It'll still work, as long as I don't just sit here and waste energy. So I have to shut it off before this gets all the way up. But I might be able... I don't know. That's looking awful close. I might be able to burn out a piece of fuel, which would be pretty awesome. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. And actually thinking about it, the further along that I get this thing going before I start the loop, the quicker I will get more of this stuff expired, which is good, because it'll go back to the point it was at, and I will also have the one from the previous loop. So letting this stuff run for a little bit, not the worst plan in the world. And I'm going to see basically what kind of fuel I max out this reactor on. Basically what is the best fuel I can put in it before it starts to, have a heat problem. We will have to see. Because I do want this to run continuously, not have to pulse. You are getting awful close. Alright, when I hit 7, I think I'll shut it off, and then we'll wrap up the episode. I was going to wrap up the episode, and then I decided to run this a little bit. Yeah, look at how close we're getting. There we go. Alright, 7,000. Let's go ahead and turn that off. That's really close to being done. That seems to me like the perfect time to do a time loop. You're not grown yet. Alright. So what did we do this episode? Well, we got into Flux Networks. Got this guy down. We're going to duplicate some of our stuff so that we don't have to waste a whole bunch of ender pearls, which I'm still not exactly doing the greatest on. I should really, like, automate that ender pearl. I know I keep saying stuff like that, but just haven't gotten to it. Maybe that'll be a project for next time. But that's going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.